Long ago, in a quiet and peaceful village, there was a Zen master known for his extraordinary wisdom. His temple stood on a hill overlooking the misty valleys, where time seemed to slow down, and the world felt at peace. Each morning, the village woke to the soft glow of sunlight peeking through the mountains, and the master began his day with meditation, his mind as still as the waters of a calm lake. He was a man of few words, but those words had the power to change lives. People sought him from far and wide, hoping to find answers to the questions that weighed on their hearts. His temple wasn't grand or luxurious. It was a small wooden hut, simple and unassuming, much like the master himself. Yet, it held a kind of magic, a sense of serenity that made visitors feel lighter as soon as they entered. People came with their problems, their burdens, and their dreams. And the master, without judgment, would listen. He wouldn't give direct answers, instead, he would share a story, a challenge, or a simple thought. Somehow, those who came to him always left with something valuable, a spark of understanding or the courage to keep moving forward. One day, a young man arrived at the temple, his face shadowed with worry and frustration. His steps were hurried, his shoulders slumped under an invisible weight. The master noticed him and gestured for him to sit. "Master," the young man said, his voice trembling, "I feel stuck. Every time I try to achieve something, I fail. My dream seems so far away, and I don't know how to move forward. I feel lost and tired. Please, show me the way." The master looked at him for a long moment, his gaze calm and steady. "You've taken the first step by coming here," he said with a soft smile. Without saying much, the master stood and motioned for the young man to follow. They walked silently through a forest, the path winding through tall trees and the sound of birds echoing through the air. After some time, they arrived at the base of an ancient stone staircase. It stretched high into the mist, disappearing into the clouds above. The young man stared at it in awe and confusion. "Master, what is this?" he asked. The master simply said, "This is your path. Climb it." The young man hesitated, unsure of what he was being asked to do. The master handed the young man a large sack. It was filled with heavy stones, and the young man struggled to lift it. "Carry this bag and climb the stairs," the master instructed. The young man looked at him in disbelief. "This bag is too heavy, and the stairs are too steep. I'll never make it," he protested. The master remained calm. "Take the first step," he said. The young man, frustrated but unwilling to disobey, lifted the bag with great effort. The weight was overwhelming, and he could barely manage to stand on the first step. The young man hesitated, then slowly stepped onto the first stair. His legs trembled under the weight, and his breath came in short gasps. The stairs ahead seemed endless, and doubt filled his mind. "How am I supposed to climb all of this?" he thought. But as he paused to catch his breath, he remembered the master's words. "Take the first step." So, reluctantly, he moved forward. One step turned into two, then three, as he slowly made his way up the staircase, though every step felt heavier than the last. As the young man climbed, something unexpected happened. The bag didn't feel as heavy anymore. At first, he thought it was his imagination. But step by step, the weight seemed to ease. He noticed that his legs, though tired, had grown steadier. His breath was no longer shallow, and his pace quickened just a little. "Maybe I can do this," he thought. For the first time in a long while, he felt a small spark of hope. It wasn't easy, but it wasn't impossible either. One step at a time, he kept going. Finally, after what felt like hours, the young man reached the top of the staircase. His legs were shaking, and his body was drenched in sweat, but he had made it. He dropped the sack to the ground and looked around. The view was breathtaking, endless valleys and mountains bathed in golden light. The master stood beside him, a calm smile on his face. "You did well," the master said. The young man, still catching his breath, realized something had changed. He wasn't just lighter because he had set the bag down, he felt stronger, too. The master sat down and gestured for the young man to join him. As they gazed at the valley below, the master spoke. The bag was always the same weight. What changed was you. With each step, you grew stronger. Life works the same way. When we face challenges, they seem impossible at first. But as we keep going, we adapt, we grow, and what once felt unbearable becomes manageable. Remember this, and no mountain will ever be too high for you to climb. The young man listened, his heart lighter and his mind clearer than ever before. In life, it can feel like we're climbing a never-ending staircase, carrying a weight too heavy to bear. But if we take it one step at a time, we grow stronger with each move forward. The weight becomes lighter, the journey becomes clearer, and we find that we're capable of so much more than we thought.